Hello, and thanks everyone for joining us today. I'm Jay Flynn, Homes for Heroes Hero Outreach Coordinator, and I'm joined today by Sonia Battle from the Teachers Resource. And I'm also joined with Dawn Emery from Homes for Heroes Real Estate Specialist, and she's online. We're actually here together because Sonia is just down the street from where I live here in North Carolina, and we're so blessed that Principal Brian Palmer allowed us to use the Media Center here at Rock Springs Elementary School for this interview.
Yes.
So welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. So as part of the Homes for Heroes Circle of Giving, the Homes for Heroes Foundation provides grants to nonprofits whose missions are to serve our heroes in dire need. So Dawn and I are happy to share that the Teachers Resource is a Homes for Heroes Foundation August 2022 grant recipient. And this is unusual. We usually don't have a live studio audience, but we have a live studio audience today. So that's an awesome piece to it.
Yes.
So, Sonia, the Homes for Heroes Foundation is honored to present the Teachers Resource with a $10,000 grant to support the mission.
Thank you, Homes for Heroes. Thank you, Dawn. Dawn nominated us, and I thank you so much. I will never forget this. Thank you for seeing us, meeting me, seeing the vision, and believing, and knowing that it was something there. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Sonia, we certainly owe a huge thank you to all of our teachers and educators, especially on the heels of COVID. That has just changed the way education works. You know, we've virtual, and then we've had some days here, some days not, and now we're kind of trying to get back into the swing of things with the school system. So that's put a lot of pressure on teachers. Yeah. And I know that you guys have only been around since August of 2020. Yeah. So what a year to pick to found a foundation right in the middle of COVID, right?
Yeah.
So, but the really big thing there is you've been able to help roughly, probably more than 1,000 teachers so far in your mission. And that is just awesome. We know that they're facing so many new challenges today in the world. So let's just chat a little bit about the mission and what it's all about. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So Dawn, first of all, you're the Homes for Heroes specialist and affiliate that nominated the Teachers Resource for this grant. So tell us why. Tell us a little bit what led you to nominate them.
Oh my gosh, I was so blessed. I got to help them with a back to school event last year. They set up tents and they did a huge giveaway at a fabulous place here in Salt Lake City, because they also do outreach here and across the country. And I was so impressed by their organization and their attention to detail and their mission that they really want to serve the human being behind the teacher. So many times teachers get school supplies and other things for their kiddos, but not really for themselves. And that's what really impressed me about this organization, is they are helping support the teacher. And so I saw what great work they were doing, and I was like, I have to nominate these guys because they need to keep moving forward with this mission. So I'm very proud and honored that Sonia allowed me to help out with that.
That's awesome.
You didn't cry. I'm so sorry.
All right. So, as the founder,
yes,
tell me what motivated you. What led you to try and form the Teachers Resource?
Well, I want to start by saying that the Teachers Resource is 100% a God idea. I take no credit. I get the honor to serve, and so humble for that choice. But what initiated it was friend of mine who is a teacher. When teachers went back to school during the pandemic, when they were just starting to teach at home, after that first day, he posted online, "Pray for teachers, we're not okay." And I did. And it was in that moment and in that prayer that God was so kind to release this local and national vision to take care of the person behind the teacher. Who's checking for our teachers mentally, emotionally, and physically? It wasn't out there. And doing the homework and doing the research, it wasn't a company or organization that was solely focused on providing care for the teacher. And I began to just write it out, and I started moving right in that moment.
That's awesome. Well, as the spouse of a teacher, I appreciate that because you're
Oh,
exactly right.
you-
Somebody needs to be there.
yes.
Sometimes I feel like a counselor listening to what's going on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So Sonia, in just 2 short years, you guys have been able to serve probably over 1,000 teachers now. So tell me, how did you accomplish such a feat in such a short time?
Well, so when we started in August 2020, August 11th to be exact, we turned 2 years old this month. We were all at home. Our teachers, a lot of people that were working in corporate America, most of us were still home. And so I said, well, why not just start online and start offering services that speaks to the needs of our teachers. So we sent out some surveys, we asked some questions. I talked to teachers I knew. So what I started was they were called live life sessions on Facebook. And every Thursday, I would get a licensed therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, or even a life coach, motivational speaker, and they would come and we would go live and talk to teachers about the various topics that impacted them. Topics like, help, I'm overwhelmed. How do I recognize burnout? Scheduling you for you. These were things that were key. And to my surprise, teachers logged in. And I think what even surprised me more is that the people who came back to watch it, because we're in different time zones.
Mhm.
So we had people that were on, they were able to interact, ask questions. And then we had all these teachers to come back. And when we looked at the numbers, they kept growing. They kept growing. At first, it was like, oh, we reached 60. Then we went back and said, oh, 300. Then it was 700. And then it just kept growing. And then so from there, it's like, okay, who are you all? Who is this girl talking about? She's going to take care of the person behind the teacher. Where did the teacher's resource come from? But when they saw that the question they asked, is this real? Is this real? Because unfortunately, our teachers have been made a lot of promises by a lot of people,
Right.
and no one tends to follow through. I'm not her. The teacher's resource is not that organization. Our commitment is it's not just a one-time thank you. It's a lifetime thank you. And that's not even enough. So from there, we were able to gain an audience, and teachers began to reach out and email us, and they were blown away that I would think about them as a person because they unfortunately feel invisible a lot of times. So we wanted them to know that we see you and we hear you, and we're here for what you need. You tell us what to do. And so that live, the Facebook live, that went very far, and they got what they needed. They got resources. Then we connected with them even further. We would do different things where we could send them out self-care items. We would say, hey, teachers, you know that question that we ask, that we just kind of ask it casually, but it holds so much weight? How are you doing? That's a weighted question,
Absolutely.
right? How are you doing? And we meant that. And they felt that because I believe what comes from the heart reaches the heart. I don't have to do a whole big production. I can just be genuinely me and you'll feel it. So we asked that question and they began to respond. And then we said, what do you need? What are some self-care items that you need that can take care of you, not your students?
Right.
I had a few teachers reach out. Now, are you asking for my teacher's assistant, or is this so I can? I said, no, it's you, me. I got to think about that question.
Right.
That made me sad that she had to think about and
Right.
remember her.
Right. Wow.
But we're here to make sure you keep yourself top of mind.
There we go.
And so then from there, we rolled around and it was Teacher of the Month. That was huge. I thought it was so exciting that teachers from all over the USA would submit entries to nominate teachers, and sponsors would give different various gifts. A lot of times I was a sponsor. We were new. It was an investment.
Right.
And so we would send gift cards to Amazon. Sometimes we made it fun. Hey, we're going to send $50 cash. What's your Zelle? What's your Zelle? So we would do that.
Right.
That kept them. And then they begin to see, oh, they really do care about us. They
Absolutely.
really do mean this.
Right.
And then we're still inside. And so from there, it was now time for Teachers Appreciation Week. Well, we call it the big celebration. And so we did our first big celebration online, and we did trivia and games and prizes. And we have videos. A teacher from New York, she said, I didn't believe it, but look what I just got in the mail. And we posted her video. She said, I am blown away. You have me for life. I said, spread the word. Because it's better when we do it together.
Absolutely.
When heroes come together, big things happen.
Absolutely. And you know, that mission that you talked about, it's not just a one-time thank you, it's a continuous thank you.
Yes.
That lines up, Dawn, that lines up so closely with the Homes for Heroes
Yeah.
mission, right? We're trying to thank our heroes, and it's an ongoing effort. So definitely lines up.
Yeah.
So with that, you talked about some self-care,
Yeah.
right? So I always kind of look online and learn about who I'm going to be meeting with a little bit. And one of the things that's jumped out at me is the self-care backpacks.
Yes.
And then people can go on and you know, send that to a teacher that they love and
Yeah.
that's made a difference in their child or their lives.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about that.
Yes. So our self-care backpacks were our feature item, or it still is. So when we initially started, our name was the teacher's backpack. But I think it was kind of getting lost in translation because when you hear backpack, you do think of kids.
Correct.
So I said, well, we're a resource. And so that's where the teacher's resource came from. Well, the self-care backpacks, I thought, what can we do to get items to teachers that once they leave school, once they leave the classroom, it'll help them decompress. It'll help them just have that exhale moment that they need. And so I reached out to some of my friends that are licensed therapists. I say, what are some items? So the items, I want to point out that the items that are in there are not just, oh, get this, pick this. We thought about it.
Right.
We talked to professionals about it.
Purposeful.
It was a purpose behind it. We wanted it to make a difference. So our self-care backpacks are a tool that the supporters of teachers, I get people to say, I can do more for teachers. How can I do more? Get them a self-care backpack. Because when they open it, they have an Amazon Prime tablet. So they can connect to whatever they need to connect to for their mind, to feed their soul, if they want to listen to their music. And then we put wireless Bluetooth headset in there. And so now you can do your exercise, you can do your yoga, you don't have to worry about strings and plugs. We have journals. We ask the teachers, what would you like to see? We have sleep machines in there. So some of them say, I don't sleep at night. So they can turn it on whatever sound relaxes them and they can go to sleep. We have the little Bluetooth speakers in there. I mean, we have the sleep mask, the weighted sleep mask, because we want them to get some good rest, the weighted blankets. And when teachers receive those, we have unique journals in there that we wanted something different. So when teachers get it, they think, oh, somebody got me a backpack and I'm gonna have some tablets and pens. But when they open it, I sent you a video of a teacher who got her self-care backpack and was blown away by what was this, because you're not thinking that.
Right.
You don't think that this is going to be in there. It's a $250 value that we invest to give. And then the supporters of teachers can come and purchase it on our website, and we'll ship it anywhere in the USA to whatever teachers, 1, 2, 10, 30, 50, 1,000, whatever they want to purchase.
Awesome.
And we'll get it to them.
Well, that was one of the things I wanted to make sure that we put out there, that if you're watching this video and you feel led to do something for some teachers, whether it's 1 or 100,
Yeah.
like you said, or 1,000 even,
Yeah.
you can go online. We'll have the link to the shop page,
Yes.
to where folks can do that.
Yep.
In the story. All right. So
Yes.
so let's kind of shift gears a little bit and let's get a little more serious.
Okay.
So we talked about really supporting the person behind the teacher. So we know that mental health is a huge issue, not just for our teachers, but for all the hero groups that we serve at Homes for Heroes. It's a big deal. So tell us a little bit about some mental health resources that maybe you could share, that if somebody out here watching is like, you know, they're just to that line and they've had a bad month, a bad year, a bad couple years, and they don't know what to do.
Absolutely. It is a very serious topic, and it's something that we have to keep to the forefront for all of our heroes. So I have 2 stories. I had a teacher reach out to us via email, and this was literally just last month.
Wow.
And she said, I can't take it anymore. I need to speak with someone. Well, the teacher's resource offers this. I didn't put up on the site, like, if you need help, because some people feel they'll shy away. So we just say, hey, go to the contact us, just like you would if you wanted to reach out to us. Let us know what you need, and we'll reach out to you.
Right.
Well, she said, I can't take it anymore. I need help. I was able to call. We have a group of licensed therapists that have committed to volunteer and to connect with the teacher's resource for just what our teachers need at no cost to them. It wasn't a fee. It wasn't, you give us $20 and we'll get you connected. She sent the email. I sent it to the licensed therapist. She got her number, called her immediately, and saved a life that day. The teacher's resource is here to be a safe place, space, and a place where teachers can come and have a real support system where they can exhale. One teacher called me and she said, I just don't think I matter anymore. Why am I here? Of course, I talked to her to the point that I could. I say, hey, can I let you talk to one of our therapist friends? I don't know if that's going to help. I said, can we give it a try? And I'll stay with you. Okay. And I was able to get her connected. Our teachers don't have that,
Right.
but the teachers' resource have it available for them. And we are new. Like we said, we're only 2 years old. And to be honest with you, a lot of what you see has been an investment for me.
Right.
But that's how much I believe in the person behind the teacher and understand the importance of them having a real support system and somebody to say, hey, I care about you. And it's not just something we say.
That's right.
It's what we do. It's what we walk out. It's what I breathe. That's who I am. So
Passion.
yes.
Passion is the word.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So outside of all of those wonderful things we just talked about
Yes.
that are there for teachers in need, I know you guys have other programs and other resources that you guys are able to offer to the teachers. So talk to us a little bit about what else you have.
Yeah. So we talked about Teacher of the Week, School of the Month. Those are just something we do to keep the morale lifted for our teachers. But we also have what we started is it's a new teachers training. So if you're a new teacher, and let's say you're graduating college, or either you could be a 1 to 3 year teacher, we have a 6 weeks course that we are at the end of an accreditation because we wanted to get it accredited that teachers can take. And we have seasoned teachers that teach it, they're certified, and they come in and teach it. And we also have another program called Resilient Leaders. That's for our retired teachers because they come in and help too. Because a lot of and I'm going there, I'm gonna go right back. The resilient, because I get excited because I love that community. The resilient leaders, they're teachers that are retired. That's a program that we offer.
Mm-hmm.
But they're retired, but they're not finished. And they have so much fire and so much life and so much wisdom. So we're setting up a program, and we have it now, where we assign care partners to our teachers.
Almost like a mentor.
Yeah, like a mentor. So if they're new, we don't just put you in the 6 weeks course to teach you classroom management and all of the things that come along with being a new teacher and give you a real world view of what it's like when you actually walk in. Thankful for all of the manuals and the guides that tells you what to expect and how to prepare. But what my teachers are telling me when they take me to school is that that's not the real world when you walk in that classroom as a new teacher. So they're going to incorporate that into the 6 weeks program. And we're going to have it available online. And of course, if you're in the surrounding area, Charlotte, you could come to the location. That's a program that we're excited about, and that is changing so many lives. Also, the resilient leaders. I love when I talk to retired teachers and they say, hey, it's good what you're doing for the teachers. I wish it was something like that when I was teaching. And then I say, well, guess what? We have a program just for you. It's called Resilient Leaders. And so right now we have like 5 retired teachers because we just started it like end of last year.
Right.
That is talking to me and they're like, we want to work, we want to do. And anytime you're building something locally and nationally, it's a big feat, and it's something that takes a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice. And so we are now excited about this opportunity and you guys seeing us done, nominating us, because this is going to help build that. This is going to solidify some things and make them more concrete. So thank you again, Homes for Hero and Don. And we also, a big portion of what you donated is going to go to a program called Bloom. Now, our mission statement for the Teachers Resource is to provide exclusive self-care and support for teachers' total well-being, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Well, that's the mission statement. But what's the vehicle to get us there? And that is Bloom, spelled with 2 L's and 2 O's. And what Bloom is, it houses everything that we offer through therapy, through medical, through soul, through mind, even our teacher grant fund. I'm excited about that. All of that is housed in there. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the teachers grant fund because this is a fund that has been established and built for teachers that if they need assistance, be it personally or even for their classroom, they can apply. There's a board that it would have to go through, and they will review the applications, and you can win a certain dollar amount grant that you don't have to pay back to help you if you're facing some hard times in your personal life or you just need extra to get through as a teacher. So those are some that are here and that are coming, and there's more to come.
Awesome. So you've already talked to us a little bit about how the funds, that the grant is going to be used.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add about how you're going to use this Homes for Heroes Foundation grant to further the mission of the Teachers Resource?
One of the things that I would love for us to do with the funds from Homes from for Heroes is I want to establish a solid network and communication to make sure we keep our national teachers connected as well as our local teachers. We are in the process. I've been in meetings for that. This will connect us online throughout the USA so everybody can feel a part. Because of course, when they see us, we're based in Charlotte, North Carolina, they're thinking, oh, that's just for them. No, it's for you too. So
Right.
this will help us establish and make clear that our reach, yes, we have a local heart with a national reach. And so that's what another thing that this amazing grant from Homes for Hero will go to as well.
That's awesome. And for us, and Dawn, please chime in, for us to be part of that and to help solidify that national footprint
Yeah.
of such a wonderful mission just means the world to Homes for Heroes and Homes for Heroes Foundation.
Yeah, I love being a part of this organization and explaining to people that a part of every buy and sell goes into this foundation. And it's more than just a donation, it's actually supporting all of these local organizations that do so much for our heroes. So grateful.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And we're planning some for Don and the teachers in Utah. So we're excited about that. We're going to give them a self-care day because they've stayed connected to us. They've stayed engaged. And so I'm going to take a trip to Salt Lake City, and I can't wait to celebrate our heroes in Utah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Sonia,
Yes.
tell us a little bit, and we're going to put it on the video.
Uh-huh.
Tell us how folks can connect with
Yes.
the Teachers Resource.
The way you can connect, and the best way to connect, you can go to our website, which is www.theteachers.resource.org, and also on social media, Instagram, Facebook, at The Teachers Resource. Connect with us, like, follow, share, spread the word. If you are a teacher, especially connect with us and reach out to us. Let us know how you're doing, what you need. We're here for you.
Awesome. So, Dawn, the Teachers Resource is such a wonderful nonprofit supporting the teachers in need. Thank you for nominating them for this grant. Thank you so much. And everything that you're doing is making such a huge impact in people's lives. And the Teachers Resource is really a tool to help these teachers who may need a little boost in their morale, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
you know, I'm certain the 1,000+ teachers, my gosh, that's still an amazing number that you've been able to help. I'm sure they're also thankful and appreciative for what you guys at the Teachers Resource have done for them.
Yes, they are. And they send us emails to let us know how much they appreciate it. So you are helping the Teachers Resource be true to who we say we are and what we say we're going to do. So thank you both. Thank you, Homes for Hero. Thank you, Jay. And thank you, Don.
Awesome. Awesome. So, like I said a minute ago, it's very unusual for us to have a live studio audience. So I'm going to turn that over to Sonia and let her kind of talk about her studio audience today, if that's okay.
Well,
I'll move out of the way.
Yeah, so this is family and supporters, and I gotta call out, and I know they're probably gonna be like, no, but I have to call out Derek and Tavia Jackson. They have covered me, they have mentored me, they have guided me in this process. They are super amazing people, super successful people. They love God, and they are an example of what I aspire to be. And so I'm thankful to you all. Thank you so much publicly for everything you are to me and my baby. Yes. And my friends and family, Bridget and Philip and Lottie, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for believing in me and all of your prayers. So they are special people in my life. And I believe anything that you do, you need to have mentors. You need to have guidance. You need to have people that are where you're growing to and to help keep you focused and grounded. Because I know for me, I get a little excited. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm like, yeah, no, you're not going to do that.
Right.
Just calm down.
Slow down.
Slow down a little bit. So I'm thankful, and thank you for your time investment today. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for
I
joining
want
us.
to be anywhere else.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks to all of you guys, online and in person,
Yes.
for joining me today to talk about the great things that we're doing to support our teachers, right? And talk about the great things that the Homes for Heroes Foundation and Homes for Heroes and our Homes for Heroes affiliates are doing across the nation.
Yes.
So to those that may be watching this, a great way to show us that you're really kind of into what we're talking about is give this video a like, give it a share, more importantly.
Yes.
Spread the word about the good news, right?
Yes.
And then leave us a comment too. That way we can interact. So be sure to tune in to future episodes when we get together with wonderful nonprofits that we partner with at Homes for Heroes to support our nation's heroes.
Yes.
And we would love you to come back and join us. So I wish you all a wonderful day. And remember, let's say thank you to a hero today.
Yes.
Have a good day, everybody.
Grants from the Homes for Heroes Foundation are made possible by the Homes for Heroes Circle of Giving and its network of real estate professionals who are committed to providing savings to hero groups such as firefighters, EMS, law enforcement, military, active and veterans, healthcare professionals, and teachers. Thank you for watching another Homes for Heroes Foundation grant video about the impact we are making in the hero community with our nonprofit partners. Don't forget to subscribe to the Homes for Heroes YouTube channel. And to learn more about the savings available to heroes through Homes for Heroes, or to learn more about how the Homes for Heroes Foundation is helping heroes in dire need, visit homesforheroes.com.